This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thanks for joining us tonight. One of the keys to fighting cancer is going to soon come from Janesville. Shine Technology plans to become the first company in the country to do it, and its method is drawing interest from federal leaders. Adam Duxter shows us how old nuclear weapons just might serve two purposes.
Well, today, Shine Medical Technologies is showing off a building that's not quite finished yet, but is already getting national attention. The reason being, what one day goes in this Janesville building could possibly power the country. The second major building on the Shine Medical Technologies campus will eventually be the first of its kind.
And this is an only of a kind, so you have to keep that in mind. It hasn't been done anywhere else.
Deputy Energy Secretary Mark Menzies checked out the progress personally today. The building could eventually house 8 neutron generators for medical research. But Menzies sees an extra benefit.
We rely on a lot of products and materials that are made in other countries.
The Deputy Secretary says coronavirus compounded that problem when it comes to energy.
When you have the global shutdown, it reveals the gaps that we have with our own supply chains here domestically.
Energy like Moly-99, a nuclear isotope used for 40,000 medical procedures in the U.S. each day, but created entirely overseas. He's hopeful Shine, which is on pace to produce Moly-99 by 2022, could be the first American company to create it.
The government's role can obviously be on the front end of R&D.
Shine CEO Greg Pfeiffer says securing the federal funding Menzies is prepared to give someone could help his company reach its goals even faster.
We're trying really hard to be a long-term company, but it's harder and harder for companies to make those sort of high-risk technology investments.
Federal investments would help, but Shine intends to get its generators running no matter what. Still, Pfeiffer, as well as Menzies, are looking forward to how quickly they can provide the life-saving materials, not just in Wisconsin, but throughout the country. And Pfeiffer says he's hopeful this space will be done either late this year or early next year. And he says from there, there's no limit to what this company can accomplish. In Janesville, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Both Pfeiffer and Menzies say long-term energy created at Shine could provide a new source of clean energy worldwide. All right, getting a look at our coronavirus headlines. 3 more people have died in Wisconsin, and an additional 41 hospitalized as we continue to see these high numbers. Nearly 1,400 were reported over the past 24 hours, 285 of those connected to UW-Madison. Of the nearly 10,000 tests conducted in the past day, 13.8% came back positive, a little above the 7-day average, which is 13.6%. All 3 of Madison's hospitals are once again revising their visitor guidelines as the cases in the county spike. Effective Tuesday, no inpatient visitors will be allowed for adult patients at the hospitals, except for healthcare decision makers, support persons for those with disabilities, and visitors for end-of-life patients. Also, no visitors will be allowed for clinic appointments. Only 2 people per patient will be allowed in pediatric settings, and 1 support person will be allowed for maternity patients at Meriter, and 1 during and after delivery at Meriter and also St. Mary's. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Dana?
It has been a cloudy day with a lot of rain passing through in the last few hours. Those showers really lifting north now, so your evening is going to include a bit of rain. We had a nice dry spot, though, for the late morning and early afternoon. Right now, the heaviest showers look like they're in the center of Dane County. We're seeing that rain starting to leave the southwest corners, pushing through downtown Madison. We'll see some heavier showers pass through Stoughton and Marshall in just a bit. Here's a live look at downtown with our Edgewater Skycam. Remember, with the rain, visibility is reduced. Roads are just a little more slick, even though we aren't really seeing ponding on the roads. You want to make sure you give yourself a bit of extra space as you're heading out and about for your Friday evening. Temperatures are in the mid-50s. We're expecting an overnight shower event into early Saturday morning with sunshine returning for Sunday and a drier stretch expected heading into next week. So it'll be nice to enjoy the sunshine for several days in a row. But we'll take a closer look at your 10-day in just a few minutes. Eric?
All right, Dana, thank you. Authorities in Portage are looking for a wanted man in connection with a stabbing and attempted homicide that happened this morning. The Portage Police Department said 37-year-old Canyon Thixton should be considered armed and dangerous. Anyone who sees him or knows his whereabouts asked to call 911 immediately and should not attempt to make any contact with him. This morning, about 4:30, police responded to a report of a violent domestic incident in the 500 block of West Cook Street. Officers found an injured woman who had been stabbed multiple times. Thixton, the suspect, is currently believed believed to be armed with a handgun. Investigators say he left the scene on a black Yamaha motorcycle. Police say he's from Portage, but investigators don't think he's in the Portage area anymore. Law enforcement in Jefferson County asking hunters to keep an eye out for the man wanted in connection with a double homicide from earlier this year. Back in June, 62-year-old Kevin Anderson was charged with 2 counts of homicide, arson, and attempted homicide. In a Facebook post shared today, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office said Anderson is reportedly known to be an avid hunter and outdoorsman, so they're asking hunters to keep an eye out for him as the season starts tomorrow. Yesterday, the state Supreme Court ruled all school districts could return to in-person learning as soon as today. Well, we reached out to the Madison School District, who says as of now they have no immediate plans to move from the all-virtual format they are currently in. In a statement today, the district wrote, quote, although we'll be reviewing the recent action taken by the Wisconsin Supreme Court, we'll also continue our close collaboration with local county and city health officials to guide in our decision-making. Now, starting on Monday, 8 Catholic schools in Dane County are heading back to that in-person learning, that for grades 3 through 12. St. Ambrose, one of those, they say they're still offering a virtual option for parents who still want their children to learn that way, but we are told there are only 2 families that are going that route. When students return next week, masks and social distancing are required in the building. They have plenty of cleaning supplies, they say, in every classroom. Teachers will be teaching behind plexiglass. Catholic dioceses across the state are lifting the Sunday dispensation, meaning parishioners are once again obligated to attend Mass. Catholic churches lifted that obligation and stopped holding in-person Mass when coronavirus cases started growing back in mid-March. But now the dispensation officially ends next week. The diocese says there are circumstances when it's okay not to follow that obligation. You probably won't see an absentee ballot in your mailbox anytime soon. That's the result of another state Supreme Court decision last night. It's in response to the Green Party's lawsuit to get their presidential candidate on the ballot. Amanda Quintana tells us what it means for local election officials. Amanda?
Dane County has already printed and delivered hundreds of thousands of ballots to all local municipalities. Now, a lot of them will just sit there until the Supreme Court decides if the Green Party candidate should be on the ballot. The Elections Commission refused to add them, saying they didn't get enough signatures in time. Dane County Clerk Scott McDonald said the deadline to mail out absentee ballots is September 17th. That's next Thursday. Even with 150,000 people requesting ballots, he says the county was still on track to hit that deadline, but now everything is on hold, and the Supreme Court could come back and say scrap all of those ballots and make new ones.
It seems like the court is taking its time to make these decisions. The parties involved are taking their time filing, and time doesn't stand still for us. And this is going to disenfranchise voters.
McDonald says he's frustrated and he doesn't know what will happen next. But if they miss that deadline, that's going to affect voters who live overseas, serve in the military, or are currently out of the state. And a lot of people could lose their right to vote. That's what he calls the short-term effect. He says long-term, the decision to allow the Green Party on the ballot would show that you don't have to follow rules and file on time. He also worries that when you rush, that's when mistakes get made.
Amanda, thank you. And still to come at 6, the Minnesota Vikings planning to honor the family of George Floyd this weekend ahead of their game against the Green Bay Packers. Plus, Schuster's Farm announcing some new safety precautions this fall. What to expect if you're planning to visit. That's next.
Add classic style to your bathroom with Magic Woods Vanities from Menards. Magic Woods offers a great combination of style and quality. Right now, they're all 11% off. Remove unwanted moisture with Energy Star rated Polonis dehumidifiers. This model removes up to 20 pints of water per day. Only $119.99 after 11% rebate. Save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Pull into your driveway in style, relax by the pool in luxury, and give your front porch the facelift it needs with TSR Concrete Coatings, Wisconsin's premier concrete coatings contractor. Get beautiful concrete coatings installed in as little as 1 day, customizable and easy to clean. See the before and now the after. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy. They won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Now check out these savings. Save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12 months, same as cash. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
I'm all in because I miss hugs.
We're all in for us and our families.
I'm all in for love.
I'm all in for showing facial hair again.
It's the things we do that make us who we are. Join us.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
The family of George Floyd will attend the Vikings season opener against the Packers this Sunday at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The stadium is about 3 miles from where Floyd died in police custody. Floyd's family members will be inside the building and recognized after the performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing, known as the Black National Anthem. Schuster's Farm in Deerfield says this fall's activities are still on, but with some new precautions. They say all of the treats like cider, donuts, caramel apples, and pumpkin cake will still be available, but will be purchased through windows or via curbside pickup to eliminate indoor waiting spaces. Masks will be required for everyone who is within 6 feet of someone else, and that includes waiting in lines as well as the wagon rides.
We're also extending hours, so on weekends we're now opening at 9 a.m. Instead of our normal 10 a.m. to allow people a better chance to get out here with extended hours, as well as we're adding weekend Wednesdays, which will be all of the fun of the weekend just on Wednesdays in the middle of the week.
They say all nighttime activities like the Haunted Forest and the Flashlight Corn Maze will only be sold as online timed tickets. You can't partake unless you get tickets ahead of time. Masks are required for the full Haunted Forest experience. Schuster's Farm opens on September 19th. Still to come tonight on the 19th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, we'll take a trip to Sun Prairie, how the local fire department there is remembering the lives lost. And later, we're keeping an eye on some rising temperatures as we enter the weekend. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will have your full first warn forecast when we come back.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like a free $15 gift card when you buy select bags of Hill's dog or cat food. All Carlisle specialty tires are 15% off. Farm and Fleet walnut halves or pieces are just $3.99. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Score big this weekend with huge savings during Steinhaffel's 3-day scratch-off sale. Start with savings of 35% store-wide, plus scratch off and save up to an extra 10% off. Plus get free in-carton shipping and special financing for 60 months. Don't drop the ball. This is the best time to score big savings on the largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses for every budget. Get into the game this weekend and scratch off to save. Only at Steinhaffel's.
This simple toolkit assembled in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin will build U.S. Army barracks anywhere in the world. It can change lives too. Just ask Easton. He'll tell you how this job gave him an opportunity to serve the military, make a real difference, and reach his full potential. See for yourself how a career at IBVI changed Easton's life and see how it can change yours too at ibvican.org.
Pick up the latest issue of Madison Magazine for area hiking ideas. Meet our newest fashion blogger. Learn about Madison's official poet, what's up on the art scene, and how to stay connected to local food and farmers. Madison Magazine, on newsstands now.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. On air, online, and download the Channel 3000 First Warn app. Be the first to know what's headed our way. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. 19 years ago today, nearly 3,000 people lost their lives in the terror attacks in New York, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. This year, remembrance events looked a little different. News 3 Now photojournalist Brian Mesmer takes us to Sun Prairie.
This day in our history is very important to us in the fire service. It was the most tragic day on American soil. We, as members of public safety, will not bend in our duty and we will not bend in what we provide to our communities. We take our job seriously and we love what we do. We live and breathe what we do every day. Here in Sun Prairie, we have a unique blend and a great team of public safety people who get together and work together and stay together. We also honor all of our fallen past firefighters. We think about Corey Barr on this day. We're here honoring at this statue. We'd be honored if you'd come and maybe take a minute by the statue, leave a flower, write a note, have your child color a picture and drop it off just to remember what happened that tragic day. Let's not let or wait for another American tragedy to reunite this country. There's a lot of issues going on in our country right now, and it's time for all of us to step up, do the right things, and reunite as a country. Take a minute with your family, take a minute with your coworkers, and remember, you got to live each day as it was your last.
The work of our photojournalist Brian Mesmer there. UW Health is honoring local emergency medical personnel and all first responders on this 19th anniversary. Although no in-person gatherings are possible at this time, health officials say they are remembering the sacrifices of first responders through virtual methods like social media.
In a crisis, there are always the people that run towards the problem, and 9/11 was no exception to that. But the reality is we have our own crises these days with COVID-19 and civil unrest, and these individuals just continue to serve our community despite all those obstacles.
Over 400 individuals work full-time as both EMTs and paramedics at the Madison Fire Department. Gusick added that she and other emergency medical personnel feel a connection and a sense of responsibility today with those who responded back on 9/11. Let's go to meteorologist Dana Fulton as we continue to see a chilly, rainy weather pattern moving through southern Wisconsin. Let's change that over the weekend, shall we?
We're shifting that up just a little bit, yes. Now, this evening, still cool, but thankfully not as cool as the last 3 days. In fact, our afternoon highs, as we look back over the last 3 days, in the mid to low 50s, setting new record daily low high temperatures. Those temperatures closer to our overnight lows rather than where our afternoon highs should be. In fact, we had 90 consecutive hours with our temperatures below 60 degrees. Average high for this time of year, about 74, 75. So we've been a little bit on the cool side. I know we're tough. I know we can handle it, but it's unseasonably cool for the start of September. We're starting to see a little bit of an increase in our temperatures as we look ahead to the next few days. In fact, by the middle of next week, we'll be back above average. Rain right now passing through, the heavier showers north of Madison. Not seeing any lightning though. All this rain has been lifting northwest or northeast through the area. So as we look at our precipitation totals southwest of Dubuque, kind of gives a good indicator of what we're expecting to see grow into the Madison area. Some of those folks picking up close to an inch of accumulation now around the Dubuque area. Most of them though, at about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. We're still right around less than 1/2 of an inch for much of this lighter green area. But some of those totals again starting to creep up now as the rain continues through, and they will continue to climb our accumulation totals overnight and into Saturday morning as more rain develops. Around midnight, we still have showers. could have an isolated thunderstorm in there. Wouldn't be surprised if we heard a little rumble of thunder, but most of the area should just be dealing with rain. Continues through Saturday morning, but by noon, much of the rain is out of here. We have mostly cloudy skies still, and those showers starting to taper off through the evening. An isolated shower or thunderstorm possible in the late evening, but most of the rain, again, wrapping up during the afternoon. By Sunday morning, partly sunny skies. We shift in a new direction for the second half of the weekend. Partly sunny throughout the afternoon with high temperatures in the low 70s. So we're back closer to average. A bit of a breeze coming from the northwest, but it should feel like a really nice fall day for Sunday. And as we head into the start of next week, we'll stay in a nice drier stretch. Precipitation totals by the end of Saturday, they'll be anywhere from a half of an inch to about an inch, maybe even an inch and a quarter, with the highest totals northwest of Dane County. Not expecting a lot of rain to come through, but right now everything's really damp and saturated. So a few dry days to kind of wring out the water will be good news heading into next week. Temperatures tomorrow will be close to 70, about 69 in Madison with a cloudy sky and again showers and isolated thunderstorms possible. Partly sunny skies on Sunday with highs in the low 70s for Sunday and for Monday. Will be mostly sunny for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with a chance for showers developing as we look ahead to the end of next week, and very likely that the following weekend will be back to a dry pattern. So fall-like temperatures expected. We'll have a mild Wednesday afternoon, but overall we're seeing quite a cooling trend with our fall weather settling in as we work through the middle of September.
All right, Dana, thank you. And still to come at 6, a look ahead to this weekend, the start of the bow hunting season. That story just ahead. Stay with us.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
In the race for a vaccine, the finish line is approaching. Safety protocols in place, and the greatest economy the world has ever seen coming back to life. But Joe Biden wants to change that.
I would shut it down.
Why would we ever let Biden kill countless American businesses, jobs, and our economic future when President Trump's great American comeback is now underway?
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Great day on the lake.
It is.
Lunch is cooking.
And I saved a bunch of money on my boat insurance with Geico. Oh, yeah? Fellas, can it get any better than this? Whoa. My old hairstyle grew back. So did mine.
What? I was an 80s kid.
It only gets better when you switch and save with Geico.
Garver. Garver.
Gather. Ing. Gathering.
Garver.
Gathering.
Garv.
Ing. Garvering.
A socially responsible gathering where a maximum of 250 people enjoy thirst-quenching drinks, delicious food, and the arts in a safe, clean, and touchless outdoor environment. Let's go Garvering. Visit thegarverfeedmill.com for dates and details starting June 11th.
Brought to you by News 3 Now, Madison Magazine, and the Garver Feed Mill.
Journalist, educator, leader, mentor. News 3 Now salutes retiring editorial director Neil Heineman for his extraordinary impact on Madison and beyond. Farewell to a friend. A special FTR Sunday morning at 10:30. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Beloit's new stadium is under construction, and now the team wants your help picking the new name for the team. There are now 5 finalists. Listen up closely. They're very important. They all have connections to Wisconsin traditions. They are the Cheese Balls, the Moo, the Polka Pike, the Sky Carp, and the Supper Clubbers. The owner of the team says on Sundays they will still play as the Snappers to give fans a bit of both worlds. Thousands of archery and crossbow deer hunters are getting ready to hit the woods for tomorrow's season opener. Eric Peterson has our story on the preparations from the Fox Valley.
Inside the Real Shot in Appleton, hunters are picking up last-minute items like arrows, broadheads, and getting equipment fine-tuned ahead of the archery opener.
Extremely busy. I mean, there's normally one guy in our archery department that mans it. There's 3 of us back there, and it's all we can do to keep up with the volume.
The Archery Deer Hunt 2020 begins on Saturday morning. Kater Van Schindel is hunting with her husband near Waiawega.
I enjoy getting out in the woods. It's something that my family has done since I was little, bow hunting, gun hunting, I should say, as well, and fishing. So always grew up in the outdoors, so very nostalgic and peaceful.
Jer Zhang will be hunting near Wild Rose. He says he's an avid hunter, but prefers archery.
It's more challenging, and then you need to be more patient and spend more time in the woods to scouting, so you get a better chances to see a bigger bucks.
DNR deer managers say while parts of the North Woods will be bucks only this season, there are plenty of deer in the farmland areas. Store manager Mark Druick agrees.
They're seeing a lot of deer. They're seeing good quality deer this year. So I'm hoping a lot of these guys will have some good luck.
Finally, tonight, a teacher at the Appleton School District welcomed students back to school in a very unique way. Paul Miller says it's his tradition to start the school year off singing a song. But this year, since Appleton schools are virtual amid the pandemic, he made a video. It's a parody of the Friends theme song, and it's music to his students' ears. Check it out.
So no one told me school was gonna be this way. I got my lessons ready, but the students are MIA. I guess I'll move it all to Canvas here. Even though we're starting virtual, we can still have a great year, 'cause I'll be here for you. When you're learning at home, I'll be here for you. And you'll watch me on Chrome. I'll be here for you until you're here with me too.
So that song will be stuck in your head for a while. His video has gotten a lot of likes and shares on social media from people all over the world. Hey, big shout out to all of our teachers and educators this week. This was a tough week for all of you. You're done with, what, 4 days of it? Great job. I know it's not easy. It's been tough. I've been the virtual parent at home for much of the school day, so great job this week.
Especially with the rainy weather.
Yeah, at least it was rainy, right? You could stay inside,
everyone cooped in,
and you weren't missing anything outside.
Now we are looking at sunshine coming in for the second half of the weekend. By Sunday, we'll be back to partly sunny skies. For Saturday, though, cloudy with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Temperatures are steadily going to warm up. Close to 70 on Saturday, low 70s for Sunday, Monday, mid-70s by Tuesday, and close to 80 on Wednesday. That's our mild day for the week. There'll be a chance for showers starting to develop towards the end of next week on Thursday and Friday, with drier weather again for the following weekend. But we really need that dry stretch right now to kind of wring things out a bit. A little damp outside.
That sure is. Dana, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 2 Now at 6. We'll be back here tonight at 10. Have a good evening.